Good morning, friends. Namaskar, Sat Sri Akal, and this is my 215th video on consultation. Now, this is the third step. First was the Janampatri, second was a Zoom meeting to decide a course of action on the notice issued to you. Now, once this course of action is decided, now let's presume that the decision taken between us is that we will take an executive fight, Mr.R.Dass. So what is the system to take on to the executive now? So how do we go by the executive? This is the question now. Do we go by the notice is received? So what do we do? So under the laws, the rules, starting from 1865, when the first Cantonment Act was made, and subsidizing to those various Cantonments Act 1870, 1880, 1889, 1910, 1924, and finally 2006. So this is the first pillar where we will be taking our case. Now, in this proposition, this reply to the notice will have intermediary subsidiary working. That is, that since in your Janampatri, we will be holding a lot of documents, let's presume. We will dig into a lot of documents. Let's say we have a sale deed prior to 1938, and let's say a bungalow owner is holding his full volume GLR. Okay. Now in that GLR, the last entry or the first entry shown is Mr. Williams X, owner in 1932 of 48, and in the remark column, it is written that Captain Smith was given this grant in 1851 vide a Quartermaster General Order number so and so, dated so and so. Fine, works. Either you prior to the notice begin this, most of the people don't want to take those services, or we have to begin when the ass is on fire. Let's say the notice has finally reached us. Most of us are sitting. They don't even come on my Zoom meetings. They are sitting on a pile of fire. It's only when their pant burns or their ass burns. They don't even know what is going to happen to them. And tomorrow they'll be running around. So this executive war, we have to make sure that, let's say the notice was issued to you on A date. The limitation begins from 30 to 90 days. So we have to make sure that the reply is filed. And during this period of reply, a lot of RTIs, a lot of medieval correspondence with the department will have to be taken. Why is it to be done? It is all building up your evidence tomorrow for the court. So I will take these replies, and my notice would be like a plaint. It may run down to 20-40 pages. I just made some replies for some bungalow owners in Faizabad, Barrackpur, Landor, some more places to be named on. And these notices were running into 20, 30, 42 pages. Allahabad, I remember the DEO called me up. He said, Ronnie ji, who will answer your 42 pages? It is bigger than a court case plaint. I said, don't answer us. That is what we want from you. So this is where the entire process will start. So this reply, when is being drafted, I will take every discussion with my resident, my bungalow owner, his first extended family on a Zoom meeting. I will upload this reply to him. He may read it, take out a print, and after discussion, corrections, we will finally make sure that this reply is tendered within that limitation period. Now one thing, this reply will be like a legal notice under section of the CPC 80, so that tomorrow either of us, let's say if the department goes to court or let's say if we go to court, so we are in a position to say that we had replied the notice and the reply to our subsequent to the notice was not given to us. So the court needs to listen. So this is how we will understand this notice reply. Now this notice, people ask me, Mr. Das, I'll be briefing in my other video how much the cost would be of this entire process. But they say, why this much cost or why this much money? This money, this notice, if the reply, let's say it runs into some pages and I'm mentioning some rules, I'm mentioning some sections regarding some old books or Governor General orders, or let's say some notifications. These set of books, pages, notifications will all be shared with the resident, so that his belief into the reply grows. So soft copies will be sent, pages will be sent on mail, he will have to take out the printouts, if need be colored or black and white, all will be guided. Once these pages, this reply is done, the step next is that the client or the resident will get this received by the department and take a receiving, a stamped receiving. And that same receiving in a complete set will be sent to me on mail, so that tomorrow the follow-up is done. Let's say we have given a reply in the limitation period, but the department does not reply us back, and it tends to sanitize that reply given by us on the notice issued under a section. So the executive will be pestered. We will write multiple letters in continuation that we had filed our reply to the notice, we have not received any reply to the same, and maybe we'll file RTIs. All this will be done by me. And I only need an approval of the bungalow owner, which he's already given me by the consenting that I am his special power of attorney for all this. He will get these received, they will go through him, either through mails nowadays, whether it is to go to the ministry, DG or any department. So these notices once reach, and during this period I request to all my resident or my client, please follow me on my website, follow me on my YouTube. Start watching YouTube, because if you stand a little educated, it becomes easier for me to make you understand what am I looking for. What is the goal which I am going to achieve for you. See, if you are blank, either you trust me to that blind faith I would use, or you trust me with an educated eye. I would prefer you trust me with an open eye. Understand what I am trying to say. So these all letters built up of cases would be done by me. These are steps which I will be taking in subsidiary. These working is very crucial, and I don't want any of the residents to pull back. That is why I make sure that these productions of documents, non-production of documents file, these are charged. And I rest assure you, when these notices, RTIs and everything, and we are not going to the court, believe me, the department is bound to issue you a notice under PP Act. And this is where our second phase would begin. And we will go back again to that step 2. Now that was an executive fight. Now the fight would be of the PP Act in the state court. So once again, the process begins for the third step under the executive regime. I hope you understand. The costing factor would be told in my coming video. Thank you. Good day.